Season 2, back again for part 2 of who knows how many parts of Eve's Autism in Women list and why we self-diagnosed ourselves, basically is what it is. Okay, so we're on section D. Section D. Again, we're reading these together, so have some grace. I can't always read her writing. Some pre-system, some post-system awareness. All right, OCD. Oh, section D, it says comorbid attributes, OCD. She says, even in school, people would mess with me because of it, but not to the point of counting, often hand washing due to sensory ick. I would say that I do think that we do have a little bit of OCD, but I think that most of ours is internal around certain thought patterns and things. Like, we didn't know that there's a kind of... No, we're not talking about that yet. We don't feel safe enough for that. Okay, all right. We'll leave that one alone. But OCD can show up in your mind and mind patterns, because growing up we had thought that like OCD was that's just gonna drive me nuts. Oh my goodness. It's just gonna be like that, whatever. So OCD, growing up, you know, in the media, you just see like a person has to knock on the door however many times, you have to lock it however many times, things like that. And like, we don't really have like I have to count this thing a certain amount of times, but there are certain things, there's just kind of like rules that we have. One of the easiest, stupidest ones I can think of right off the top of my head is the butter. You have to scrape and you have to try and keep it flat, as flat as you can. You cannot just, no, it will crumb, no, you have to keep it flat. That will irritate the crap out of us. Sensory issues, very easily overstimulated, bright lights, clothes, feeling wrong, cardboard, temperature, generalized anxiety. She says, before I knew most was from autism, but yes, yeah. We're on anti-anxiety, antidepressants daily, 50 milligrams. So, and we could be on 100, but we didn't want to go that high. A sense of pending danger or doom. She says, got to be braced for it, constantly on alert when out of our home. Yeah, hypervigilance. Poor muscle tone, double jointed and or lack of coordination. She's just not coordinated, popping pinkies, running into stuff. I don't know if you can, they both pop. Our arms are, this is our bad arm. We shouldn't be using our bad arm. I don't know if you can tell how to, hold on. Like that's the normal range for an arm, right? Something like that. And then like, does that make sense? Anyways, our arms are jointed, double jointed. I don't know about poor muscle toe, but probably, let's be honest. Lack of coordination is very valid, though. We run into stuff all the time. We're not very good with, like... We also have very bad depth perception, so that's probably part of that, though. Feelings of polar extremes, depressed, overjoyed, inconsiderate, oversensitive. She just wrote yes. Eating disorders, food obsessions, and or worry about what is eaten. She says worse when younger, but always been picky. We have... Eating is a whole nother thing. We grew up in a very diet culture house, so eating and food and stuff like all of that was just kind of a mess in general. Our health has always been really bad, though. When it comes to food, we eat mac and cheese almost every day. That's like our staple. Irritable bowel and or intestinal issues. Yep. We've got IBS. We can't eat oranges anymore. Section D, continued. Chronic fatigue and or immune challenges. Oh, wow. They haven't touched this since we got diagnosed then. We do have chronic fatigue. We're diagnosed with chronic fatigue. She says, fatigue mostly, immune seems worse with our new skin condition, HSS. I know about the skin condition, a little bit about it. It's kind of like boils, but not quite. It's a thing that happens to women in their like early 20s, later 30s. Misdiagnosed or diagnosed with a mental illness. She just writes chronic anxiety, didn't try for others, chronic fatigue, question mark. Yeah, that's been diagnosed now. Experiences multiple physical symptoms. Who doesn't? What specifically, question mark, are dislocated hips since high school, question mark, are knees, question mark, gallbladder removal, question mark, tumor, question mark, alters being. What the fuck does that say? It looks like it says dash spectrum. I don't know what the fuck she said there. I really don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's not specific enough for us. What do you mean experiences multiple physical symptoms? Of like what? Like we experience symptoms of stress, symptoms of anxiety, like what specifically? That is not specific enough for us at all. Questions placed in the world. She says, duh, because what is the point? Why bother? We are so tired. Oh, babe. Valid. Often drop small objects, phone, gummies, pills, food, stuff at work, candy beads. Basically, yes. Wonders. Oh, he's stuck in the room. Alright. Should we let him out? In a second, he's got food in there. It's literally the food room. Wonders who she is and what is expected of her. She says, everywhere with everyone. Who am I? But figuring out. And then later on it says, what are people wanting from us? Question mark. It says, searches for right and wrong. Yes in everything. Since puberty, has had bouts of depression. Yes. And I was like, BC, what does BC makes worse? Birth control makes worse. We're not on birth control anymore, but it says thoughts of suicide, ... I believe always or a long time we don't remember. Okay. Flicks, rubs fingernails. What is this? Why is it just like, it just says 17. Flicks, rubs fingernails, picks scalp, skin, flaps hands, rubs hands together, tucks hands under or between legs, keeps closed fists, paces in circles, and or clears throat often. Oh, okay. Okay, and then our reply to that, or her reply, her and our, rubs fingernails, picks scalp, and pulls short hairs, flaps, tucks hands and legs, T-Rex arms, pacing. During high anxiety, during phone calls and stuff like that, we do pace in circles, because we can't sit during that. ADHD, OCD, not too much, something fully, anxiety, chronic fatigue, other something, other post-surgeries. Okay, my goodness. Let me let the cat out. Nah, okay. What? He's quiet. He's obviously okay. He's probably just in there bored out of his mind like, mother. Why do you do this to me, mother? Okay.